Hi everyone, it's Lindsay. Last year I did a review video on the Polene Handbag Numero 1 Mini. That was after a couple weeks of usage, and since then I have gotten a couple questions here and there about the bag on that video. I thought it would be really beneficial to do another updated review video after about like a year and a half of using this bag. If you guys haven't seen my original video, I will link it in the description box below. So this is what my bag looks like currently, and normally whenever I do review videos, I like to give you guys my pros and then my cons, but today I wanted to switch it up and give you guys my cons first and then the pros. And the first con that I have about this bag is that the suede on the back of this bag got dirty from rubbing up against my jeans. This is something that I was not expecting before purchasing this bag. I feel like I'm kind of new to the whole handbag world. I'm not really a purse person, so I didn't really think beforehand about whether or not the color from my jeans would transfer onto the suede in the back of the bag. Fortunately, you don't really get to see the suede because obviously I have it facing front. There is a little bit of a stain right in the corner that you can't really see from far away. But other than that, like, the suede has been mostly okay on this bag. Another con that I have about this bag, which I don't know if I said it in my original video, but it's a bag that you kind of have to be careful about bringing out in the rain. It's something where I do have to like check the weather and make sure everything is going to be okay with the weather before bringing this bag out. Someone did comment that you can use Scotch Guard to help clean the bag and get the like rain marks out, which thank you for commenting. I have not bought Scotch Guard yet. That is why I have managed to keep this clean for the most part, is because I do tend to be very careful whenever I'm going to bring this bag out. Now, I didn't really get any marks on the front as much, but I did get a couple of marks on the back. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I do have a couple marks on like the pocket here. I think I have like a lipstick mark. I don't know what that is. But other than that, she has held up quite well. And the last con that I have about this bag is that the gold did scratch off a little bit and has rubbed off. So where it did scratch was on the front. The clasps have scratched a tiny bit, which I feel like is very normal with bags after a while. The scratches don't look terrible, but it did scratch a little bit. And you can kind of tell on the front, if you look extremely closely, that the paint has started to kind of chip away. Same thing when you open it, the paint has rubbed off. And also with like the bottom of the purse, I don't know what you call these, but I like to call them purse feet. The paint on the purse feet has started to rub off. But overall, it's not bad. I feel like it's something where if you look from far away, it's not super noticeable. That was something that I did look at after a while. It's not really something that you can tell, but that is something that I did notice. So that was it for the cons, and now I'm gonna move on to the pros. And the first pro that I have is that after a year and a half, the shape has still kept up very well. The bag has really kept its shape. It hasn't really gotten floppy. I do think that what has helped is having these like clasps in the front to give it that folded appearance and help keep that folded appearance. So overall, like, it hasn't really lost its shape. Inside the bag, it has the lining that hasn't really ripped. The only thing is that there are marks in there, but that's because I've like left pencils and pens in there, so it has marked the bag on the inside. Another pro that I have about this bag is that it still feels very velvety and soft. But I do feel like with like real leather items, it just feels so nice and soft and luxurious. And it's not as soft as it first was, but it still is soft. And the last pro that I have about this bag is that the paint on the chain strap has not rubbed off. I was really surprised that the paint has not rubbed off on the chain, because this is the part that I definitely use the most, but so far it hasn't. And even though, like I said as a con, that the paint has rubbed off, in actuality it's not really that bad. I feel like when you use jewelry or other purses that have the fake gold in it, it rubs off a lot quicker. And so the fact that this, after like a year and a half of using this quite a bit, the paint has not rubbed off, I was very happy about that, and it still looks really great. And that was it for the pros and the cons. And do I still think it's worth the cost, or do I recommend it? I still really love this bag, and I feel weird kind of like recommending to you guys like, hey, go out and get this bag, because it is a really pricey purchase. And unfortunately, this is the most expensive bag that I own, and I don't really have like a $1,000 Louis Vuitton. So it's hard for me to kind of compare the quality and how luxurious this bag is compared to the much more higher end bags. But I will say, compared to my more inexpensive bags, like there's a definitely noticeable difference. Now, I do love all my bags that I own, but with this one, I feel like because of the color and the quality of it, it's a bag where I don't have to worry about it looking cheap whenever I wear it. It's a bag that I feel like I can just throw it on any outfit and I know that it'll look nice, if that makes sense. I believe I said this in one of my videos, but I feel like you're able to get away with wearing cheap quality clothes, but when it comes to bags and shoes, it's harder to get away with wearing lower quality accessories. In my personal opinion, I think it's because those items are made with much more durable fabric. It's just easier to spot something with like cheaper fabric to them, and it just looks much more luxurious. That was it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video and found it helpful. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye everyone!